All right, Kylie, let's get some of those questions that our viewers have answered.
All right. Do we have a preference between math or science?
Well, just go for it.
Go for it? Okay. Let's see. Let's go with this one. What is the mitochondria in a cell? Oh, where is the mitochondria in a cell, and what does it do?
Yeah, okay, this is actually a totally awesome question. But, okay, so I'm going to try to pull up a picture that'll sort of help us think about this. Okay, well, so the easy answer is that mitochondria are our sort of what they call cell powerhouses. So a lot of times when we talk about cells, we usually focus on human or animal cells because those are the kind of cells that we have, so we like to learn about those. And we have eukaryotic cells. And eukaryotic cells are distinct for having all of these organelles. Most complex beings are eukaryotic, and inside of a eukaryotic cell you have lots of little, almost like mini cells that are doing different jobs for that cell. And we call those organelles, like they're the small organs of the cell. Mitochondria are just one of those. Like I said, they're the powerhouse. They essentially allow a really simplified, reduced form of sugar to create cell energy, what's called ATP. And that's all fine and well. But the really cool thing about mitochondria is that mitochondria have their own DNA. And that is one of the reasons that mitochondria are just so cool to think about. Each of your cells has DNA that's shared from your parents. You got 23 chromosomes from your dad and 23 chromosomes from your mom, and that's how all human babies are formed. But everybody got their mitochondrial DNA from their mothers. It's the only place to get it, and in fact, what that means is that at some point in the past, all that mitochondrial DNA came from one woman. And she's referred to as mitochondrial Eve. And she's probably not an actual human, but a simple single-celled organism. Anyways, it's kind of a neat thing. And it gets to this other really cool thing about cells, and I'll just say this and then we can move on to an exciting math question. But eukaryotic cells have all these little organelles inside of them that are doing different types of work for the cell. And one of the ways that it's believed that that evolved, and specifically in the case of mitochondria, what it's thought happened was that a cell that was sort of evolving towards being more complex essentially ate a bacteria cell that was the first mitochondria, and that cell had its own DNA. And then that cell replicated, and every time that cell replicated, it passed its DNA to its baby cells, but the mitochondria also replicated itself and passed its DNA along too. So anyways, mitochondria are really, really cool. They're very interesting, specifically because of that connection to our ancient bacteria mother, mitochondrial Eve.